Welcome people of the World Wide Web. So this is Chris from Cypher Sigma Toys, and this is Toy Tuesday. I've started now naming it. So this is Tuesday. We've had a parcel come through. It is a new toy for the collection. This comes from Amazon. First toy of May. And I was very much kept umming and ahhing about this. So I got it from Amazon for £20 all in. And it is the new Mossman Masters of the Universe, basically a new interpretation of the 2000X series. It's obviously quite nice artwork as they initially do. Then we have Mossman, obviously Man at Arms, Evil Lyn, and then Mossman again. That's quite a lot of Mossman to show on there. Fits cover in hand, of course it does. There's obviously holes for a stand. I say nothing on the sides. That's probably a bad reflection, sorry. But obviously has the cartoony type. So anybody who knows or doesn't know, obviously 2000X was a He-Man kind of reboot of the series in early 2000s, 2003, 2004. Essentially brought a new storyline, new animation, and the toys were produced by the Four Horsemen famously for Mythic Legions and stuff like this. Because of their sculpting skills, the toys look really good, but they're more kind of akin to statues. They do have some articulation stuff but a lot of the bigger figures are done there. We did get a Mossman. It was basically a Beastman flocked. If you don't know what flocked is, it's basically like taking a figure and then kind of sticking kind of like Brillo pad. That's essentially what it looks like. It doesn't look a very good figure at all. I really like the look of these. I've not seen Mossman or that in hand. Because I never got the figure, and they're doing a lot. I kind of want to get some of the newer figures. So you've got a Keldar, who is the human version of Skeletor. You have a big mechanical version of Roboto that I really like as well. I kind of want to get him. And yeah, that's kind of my thought process, is to fill the gaps that we didn't get. I think Webster as well. So with the 2000X sign, they released a lot of figures, and then they released a lot of statues. And you'll know I have Hordak and most of the Snake Men as statues. We never really got we got Cobra Khan and Rattler, I think. So package is removed. So there's a little bit closer. Apologies for a little sniffly, little rundown. I actually was very and ahhing whether to buy him when I got paid. But actually having a look at him in hand, he actually looks really, really cool. We will cut out the little tabs. So let's have a proper look at him. So here he is. Obviously has this rubbery kind of vest, which I actually think is really good. So they basically use like a human sculpt, probably for like Man at Arms, and just plonk this on him to kind of save. Yeah, it's just obviously we have the universal looking head for him, kind of like a werewolf, but he's obviously made of moss. Obviously then we have the arms, so no butterfly joint, it's just little joint are a little is a little stiff, and obviously the hands move like so. It's just obviously when these figures so they're a little stiff, you just have to be there. He has waist articulation, so he goes from side to I do like this little vines. As I say, I do like this, plus I quite like the fact that it's tied his hair in and he's got like it's tied there. I thought that's quite clever. And a little beard. Then he's got your kind of stereotypical He-Man loincloth from back in the day. And then if you look at the back of the leg, you see that obviously it does bend at the knee and then kind of halfway at the calf. You'll see it mine there. Obviously this one hasn't been assembled quite correctly. So just push that back in and that's sorted. Obviously has little leaves that are on the calves to kind of cover the knee pads to kind of show. And then obviously the foot has the normal kind of articulation back and forth and side to side. So there he is. He comes with his club, which kind of looks like, if I hold it like that, looks like an arrow with 3 little fins on it. Both his hands are open. He doesn't have any, I don't know, but they are kind of designed to grip. So I think that's actually a really So I can kind of do it. Yeah, and obviously a little vine like that, just showing you the little details. So yeah, so there he is in all his glory. So Mossman. So I do actually really like this. I'm actually quite glad I picked this up now. Gives me more hope for the rest of the line that I will. I say the figures like the Keldor and stuff like that will come out. Hopefully, because these are more a modern line, I don't think too many people are into the 2000X more than the classics stuff. I hopefully will be able to get more of these, and they maybe come down a little bit in price. But are you a 2000X He-Man fan? Do you like the character Mossman? Do you think this is a good iteration of him? Let me know your thoughts and feelings in the comments below. Otherwise, thank you for coming along to Toy Tuesday. I'm Chris from Cypher City Toys. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't, and I'll definitely see you in the next one.